Have you ever wondered what happens when a dream becomes too beautiful to wake up from? And what if the dream begins to eat the real world alive, one soul at a time? This is the story of how Ling'er and her friends discovered the price of living inside an illusion, and the even heavier price of breaking free. The story begins with chaos outside and silence inside. After escaping the wild crowd of illusion-trapped villagers, Ling'er and her group hide inside a quiet courtyard. Outside the walls, the world feels twisted and storm-like, as if the sky itself is melting. But inside this shadowed home, everything feels strangely still, yet the silence does not bring peace. Ling'er stands in the corner, frowning, hesitating, as if chewing on a secret that refuses to stay inside her heart. Finally, she whispers to Ling'er that she has already found the core of the illusion, the true formation eye, the place that controls the entire dream world. Break it, and every lost soul will return to its real body. But why did she say this only now? Ling'er senses something wrong in her voice. After a pause that stretches too long, Ling'er admits the truth. The formation eye is too normal, too perfect, too obvious, like bait left in the open. She feared it was a trap, but outside, the villagers trapped in dreams are losing time, and if their souls do not return soon, their bodies will wither and die. There is no more room to hesitate. Ling'er steps forward and asks Jiang to lend her spiritual power. Even though she knows she may not survive the backlash, she hides the danger because she does not want the others to stop her. This choice, silent and heavy, becomes the first crack in everyone's heart before the ritual begins. Juicy arranges everything carefully. He sends Jiang and Ling'er to prepare the altar, while he stays with Ling'er, cherishing the rare moment of quiet between them. The air warms with soft emotion. Their eyes meet, carrying tenderness mixed with fear of the coming battle. For a moment, time itself slows down, as if the illusion gives them one last gift before reality returns. Meanwhile, in another room, a different story unfolds. Ling'er gazes at Jiang with feelings she has kept buried for far too long. She confesses shyly yet bravely that she has never been liked by anyone, and she just wants to be liked once, even if only for a moment. Jiang freezes, torn by guilt and honesty. His heart has already been quietly given to Ling'er, and he cannot return Ling'er's affection. He apologizes gently. She smiles with sadness but without anger, accepting that some fates simply do not cross paths. Night spreads across the courtyard like ink. Outside, danger grows. In the distance, Ake's mother throws herself into sacrifice in order to save Mengchu's master. Her death breaks Ake's heart, and Mengchu holds her as she cries, whispering comfort through trembling breaths. Their bond deepens, but nearby, Lu Sigwan watches with jealousy burning inside her, a poisonous little flame she no longer tries to hide. She meets Jiang in the shadows, and he preys on that jealousy, promising her that if she gets rid of Ake, Mengchu's heart will fall into her hands. To people driven by desire form a fragile alliance that will soon turn deadly. Dawn arrives with eerie stillness. Jiang pours his spiritual power into Ling'er, lighting the ritual patterns on her skin like glowing veins. She steps forward to shatter the illusion. But before she can begin, horrifying spirits appear, drifting like smoke. They are the souls of the villagers who wandered too deep into the dream, blinded by fear. They mistake Ling'er's group for enemies trying to destroy their paradise. Ling'er steps forward bravely, calming them with sympathy and patience, guiding them to remember the real world they abandoned. While she stalls them, Ling'er starts the ritual. The ground shakes, the illusion trembles, and at that exact moment, Jiang appears, tearing the truth open. He reveals that the illusion is not a safe dream, but a trap built to devour souls. But the villagers refuse to accept the truth. They cling to the dream because reality is too painful, too hard, too cruel. They want the sweetness of lies rather than the bitterness of truth. Then comes the most terrifying revelation. Breaking the formation requires a living sacrifice. One person must trade their life to free everyone else. Everyone suddenly understands why Fan Ling'er hesitated, why she kept silent. She intended from the start to offer herself as the sacrifice. She wanted to protect everyone, even if it meant leaving the world without anyone knowing how much she cared. Li Qingyu's heart almost breaks as she confronts Fan Ling'er, begging her to stop, telling her there must be another way. But Fan Ling'er only smiles gently, saying she has already made her choice. Her kindness spreads like light in the darkness, awakening the villagers. At last they see the illusion for what it is. A cage painted with beauty but built with lies. And they choose to face the real world rather than drown in false happiness. Elsewhere, Lu Sugwan poisons both Ake and Mengchu, pretending the medicine is something to protect them. Mengchu drinks it without fear. Ake hesitates, but finally swallows it, trusting the people she loves. Moments later, she collapses as the poison tears through her body. Mengchu tries desperately to save her, screaming her name, but her life fades away in his arms. His grief becomes a storm threatening to destroy everything inside him. In the chaos, Lu Sugwan tries to control Mengchu with a soul-binding spell, but her plan twists out of her control, driving him deeper into despair and danger at the same time. Xiao Jingshan hurries to steal Li Qingyu's sword from her sect, but the disciples rise to defend their home. They fight bravely, but Xiao Jingshan is too cunning and too cruel. When all hope seems lost, Lu Sugwan returns, attempting to use the soul-binding spell on him. But something terrible happens. The spell that should control him does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Xiao Jingshan stands untouched, smiling coldly as if he expected this all along. Their battle erupts again, more vicious than before. Dark energy fills the sky, and somewhere inside the illusion, Fan Ling'er's sacrifice begins to ignite. The world shakes as if reality itself is cracking open. What will be left after the illusion falls? Who will survive the final collapse? And what secret is Xiao Jingshan hiding that makes him immune to every spell? The answers wait in the next chapter. But for now, one truth remains. Every heart in this story has stepped across the line between illusion and reality, love and loss, sacrifice and survival. And the price they pay will change everything that comes after.